Hello, welcome back to the Yong Lovers channel. Today, we will discuss a moment that made fans' hearts race, their phone screens feel hot, and social media explode with emotion. Get ready to dive into a story that not only shocks the entertainment world but also shakes the hearts of fans. The story of Xiao Zhan's new look, which not only captures the world's attention but also leaves Wang Yibo speechless in a meaningful silence. It all began at an exclusive fashion event in Shanghai. A night that initially seemed like any other for the celebrities. But as soon as Xiao Zhan stepped onto the red carpet, the atmosphere changed drastically. He arrived with a look never seen before. An edgy haircut, an elegant black suit that towered like the shadow of night, and sharp yet mysterious eyes. Cameras seemed to freeze for a moment before flashing relentlessly at him. But what was more intriguing than his visual appearance was the whisper that spread among the fans. Wang Yibo was also there. Yes, the actor and race car driver was just a few meters away from Xiao Zhan, standing on the same side of the room, yet separated by a tension that was almost palpable. Wang Yibo is known for his calm and unwavering expression. But that night, die-hard fans managed to catch something different. His gaze shifted. The usually controlled stare suddenly softened, fixated for a moment on the figure now standing before him. He didn't utter a single word, no greeting, no nod, just silence, yet that silence spoke volumes more than 1,000 words. The moment went viral instantly. The video clip of Wang Yibo staring at Xiao Zhan spread like wildfire. Netizens began dissecting every eye movement, every breath, even their body positions. Was this just a coincidence? Or was this the beginning of something fans had long awaited? We cannot forget their history. Once upon a time, they were an inseparable pair in a legendary drama that propelled them to stardom. Their on-screen chemistry was so strong that fans couldn't tell where acting ended and reality began. But time and circumstances led them down separate paths, until that night, when the universe seemed to bring them back together in an unplanned scenario. What made the atmosphere even more tense was the fact that Xiao Zhan seemed fully aware of Wang Yibo's presence. Instead of showing surprise or awkwardness, he appeared even more confident, as if he knew that every step he took that night was not just for the public, but also for someone he knew very well. Fans quickly came up with new theories. Some said that Xiao Zhan's new look was a signal, a visual message to someone from his past. Others believed that Wang Yibo had known about this change long before and that was why he attended without a public agenda, just to witness the moment firsthand. It didn't take long for the internet to explode. Hashtags like #ShiaoZhanLook, #WangYiboSpeechless, and even #SilentReunion quickly made their way into the trending topics on various platforms. Fan art began to surface, fan fiction exploded, and video editors started combining footage of the two from that night into a dramatic timeline. However, behind all the commotion, there was one undeniable thing. The silence between the two of them that night was the most honest form of communication. No words were needed, no grand gestures. Just a glance and a moment frozen in time, enough to unite a global fandom in the same emotional outburst. The next day, both of their agencies remained silent. No clarification, no denial, and of course no confirmation. This only fueled speculation that what happened that night was not just an ordinary meeting. Interestingly, in a separate interview several weeks before the incident, Xiao Zhan had mentioned that he wanted to evolve as a person and an artist. He didn't elaborate further, but that night, everyone could see that evolution with their own eyes. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo, in an interview recorded much earlier, once said that, "Some of the most important things don't need to be explained to anyone." Is this related? No one knows for sure, but fans choose to believe that this is more than just a coincidence. Many say that this is merely an illusion built on the hopes and longings of fans. But isn't the entertainment world fueled by interpretation? By intangible dreams that can shake reality? Several days after the incident, the fandom's atmosphere had yet to calm down. The media began speculating, and even some major international outlets started covering the moment dubbed the silent storm between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. Comments poured in from all corners of the world, and international fans also got caught up in the euphoria shrouded in mystery. Those who have followed their journey know that this is not just a typical celebrity interaction. It is a new chapter in a story that never truly ends. Some say this is a form of subtle communication between two individuals bound by the past yet separated by a world filled with expectations. They cannot speak openly, but through their presence and appearance, they convey something far deeper. A silent dialogue, one that can only be understood by those who have experienced an unfinished connection. Behind the flashes of camera lights and the formal smiles of celebrities, there is a quieter world. A world where feelings cannot always be expressed, yet they still exist. And in that silence, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan reunited, not as two artists on the same stage, but as two souls who once walked side by side and now peer at each other from afar. Some fans present at the event that night admitted to feeling a different atmosphere when the two were in the same room. There was no greeting, no direct interaction, yet their aura seemed to reach out to each other. As if there was an inexplicable flow of energy enveloping them and everyone present. A gentle yet tangible tension. Many began digging through old archives, photos of the two of them, behind-the-scenes videos, even long-forgotten interviews. Everything is being reconnected, everything is being matched with that night's moment. As if the fans want to find a common thread, or perhaps, just to reassure themselves that they're not imagining things. That what they saw wasn't just a fleeting shadow, but something truly alive between these two big stars. Meanwhile, brands collaborating with Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo seem to be enjoying the spotlight as well. They reposted the moments, adding ambiguous captions that left fans even more curious. The commercial world seemed fully aware of the powerful visual and emotional appeal of these two names, especially when they intersect, even in silence. Interestingly, in the days following the event, Xiao Zhan became more active on social media. He shared several new photos, all with a very different aura from before. Fans referred to it as the Xiao Zhan reborn era, more mature, darker, and bolder. Many saw this not just as a rebranding of his image but as a form of self-expression following the quiet meeting. Wang Yibo, on the other hand, chose to remain quiet. He did not post anything related to the event. However, it was his silence that made fans even more certain that something big was being kept behind the scenes. Some observers even noted that his facial expression that night was the most honest he had ever shown in public, an expression not for the cameras, but for someone else. And as always, the world may continue to speculate. But one thing is certain, that night, the world seemed to pause for a moment as two great stars gazed at each other in silence. A silent reunion that needed no confirmation, for their eyes had already said it all. Whatever the truth may be, that night marked a new chapter in the silent interaction between two great figures who once walked side by side. And perhaps, just perhaps, they are heading toward something more than just a reunion. For us, the fans, this story is far from over. Every update, every subsequent public appearance will continue to be analyzed, interpreted, and imagined. Because behind the scenes, there is always a story yet to be written. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the continuation of this epic story between the two stars. See you in the next video, only on the Yong Lovers channel.